Hi angels, welcome to Earth Angel Energy. I'm the Earth Angel and today I'm bringing you another general message. We're just going to tap into the energy and see what we get. Oh, the Tower. I do hope everyone's doing well. I'm feeling very blessed. Okay, we got the Tower, the Five of Cups. Okay, so we got the Tower. And something difficult, something crazy happening, someone's sad. But it feels like this is balancing out for some like really bad karma that somebody has. We have a King of Cups on the bottom. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and an Ace of Cups. Okay, what is going on here? Five of Pentacles and Six of Wands. Okay. I don't know if someone's been like hurting people and like taking joy in that or having fun doing. That's a lot of really bad karma, just so you know. If you're like hurting people and enjoying it, or like, you know. Okay. Whoa. I see someone throwing stones and hiding their hands, hurting people, screwing people over. Just like the whole, this person, there's some diabolical energy here. Yeah. And it feels like God is saying enough is enough for whoever this individual is. Someone is going through the ringer right now. Hanged Man, Ten of Wands in the Hierophant. We've got Libra, we've got Taurus, Scorpio. Okay, well, the Sun, Leo. Seems like a lot of people are like really going through the ringer right now. Like mean, cruel, nasty people. Three of Pentacles. What's a Three of Pentacles? Ten of Wands. I'm telling you, this is wild. Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So I don't feel like this is just one person. This feels like multiple people, but I just heard flying monkeys, like agents of destruction. People who just like enjoy making people's lives hard, enjoy hurting people, like intentionally. You know? I see someone like putting, you know, when you're like riding a bicycle and you can like stick a bike in one of the wheel spokes and it'll like make someone fall over. Or I see someone like pushing nails into people's tires. That kind of energy. Like you just know those people who just like tripping people up, hurting people, making people's lives harder. I see someone like yelling at like someone in a drive-thru or a waitress or a waiter, like a cashier. Just like intentionally. I'm telling you, Ten of Swords. I feel like there are quite a few people. Now, these people could have demons. They could just want to act like demons. There is this energy of like, you know, those people who just like to make people's lives hard, who like to hurt people, who like to lash out at people. They might be hurting themselves, so they try to put that hurt on others. I see a lot of those people just going through the ringer right now. King of Wands, Two of Cups, ooh, Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Okay, what is that? I see some sort of love connection here. Chariot. Okay. Hermit in reverse. Okay, the Star. Oh. Okay. I feel like this energy is starting to take a detour now. Lovers, Eight of Pentacles, and Magician. Okay, so we see this here, right? So a lot of not very nice people kind of going through it. I mean, I've seen a lot of this happening just in day-to-day life. But Nine of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Empress, and the Eight of Cups. This is making some people change or transform, right? So I have a separate energy here. So I have like people who are nasty for the sake of being nasty. Like they know they're hurting people. They know they're screwing with people, right? And then we have another camp of people who maybe like are going through a hard time and will like unintentionally hurt people. Maybe they'll be critical. Maybe they've had a bad day, right? But they're not necessarily like intentionally doing things. Okay, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. So it feels like there's something a little bit woo-woo going on here. So I don't know if somebody is like seeing karma or like recognizing that karma is a real thing. Because one thing I will say is this. There's different like levels to karma. if you accidentally hurt someone, say for instance, you accidentally get into a car accident and someone gets injured, but you didn't mean to do it, you weren't road raging or anything like that, you might still get a little bit of bad karma if somebody like hurt their leg. But it's different if you're road raging and someone intentionally run into their car. That's a lot heavier, right? So you see how it's like two different things. Or, you know, maybe you're having a bad day, and maybe, you know, you're fighting with someone on the phone and you're not paying attention. That's a way where like you didn't necessarily mean to hurt that person, but you still did. So I'm seeing this camp here where people who are like, I think we all know people who are just acting crazy right now, if I'm honest, just being mean, just being rude, cutting people off on the highway, flipping people off, yelling at customer service people. Just this group, I would stay away from this group, because these kind of people are like about to like get the hammer on them for real. But I don't know if there's people in your family or people in your life who are kind of starting to put two and two together. Okay. I keep hearing the words F-A-F-O. So I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with that. If you're not, look it up, F-A-F-O. But it's this concept of, you know, if you do bad things, if you kind of get into messiness will come back. Bad things will come back to you, right? And so I feel like a lot of people are becoming very familiar with this concept that if you do bad or if you wish bad on others, it'll usually come back to you, which is so true. The Bible talks about it as well. So, you know, try not to set up snares or traps for your enemies, because you'll fall into it yourself. I think we've all experienced that. You know, just do your best, let God handle the rest. So we've got this camp here who are just going through it. And then we've got like another group of people who are not necessarily high vibrational, but they're not really trying to like hurt anybody necessarily. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, the Sun, okay, and the King of Wands. So I can't really speak for these people who are like intentionally hurtful. These could be people honestly with like personality disorders. These are people who might lack empathy. People who just like really don't care who they're hurting. But maybe you have someone who's going through a really hard time and they lose their temper on someone and they feel bad about it later, but you still lost your temper on that person. It's that kind of energy. I feel like for people like this, these people are starting to like see, I don't know, like people either getting karma, or I'm not sure what is leading them to this conclusion, but I do see a number of people who are like, I need to get it together. Like I need to be nicer or raise my vibration, or, you know, Nine of Cups. Yeah, Six of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Or if you're like a good manifester or your good vibration brings in a lot of good things, I feel like someone in your life is paying attention. This was like a really kind of specific message, but one thing I will say is this. I know a lot of people who, you know, they'll be like a friend of mine or someone in my family, and we'll kind of talk about, you know, these things like energy and, you know, bringing good things in, bringing good vibes in. And, you know, what you say is powerful. You know, the energy that you're in is powerful. Optimism, kindness are all very, very powerful, potent energies. And I have a lot of people in my life who are like, yeah, you know, I just shifted the way that I spoke, or I shifted the way that I acted. I tried not to lose my temper. I tried not to be angry. And my life changed a lot. I see something like that happening here. Six of Swords, Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords. Okay, somebody is like realizing that their actions or their energy has actually really limited. Ooh, okay, I'm getting a lot of intuitive messages. This message is honestly kind of cool. So I'm seeing someone here who is realizing that maybe their like bad energy or grumpiness or something like that has limited their ability to like manifest or bring things in. I'm also seeing someone here who's already made this change, where I don't know if there's been like a series of events that have just shown them like, hey, what you say can often come into fruition. That's why you only speak good things over your life, things like that. Someone is starting to see that that's actually true. And I see that this person is now kind of freaking out, because I think this person has had a hard time in the past, and they're realizing that they may have kind of been creating like a bad energy bubble around themselves. Now keep in mind, sometimes life can hit us with things where you didn't manifest it. It's just part of your journey, and it's a challenge that you have to overcome. But a lot of times, like, and that's why I really do encourage, you know, speak good things over your life, speak blessings over yourself, because more often than not, that's what's going to manifest. I feel like somebody is getting on this journey And they could be realizing like, oh my gosh, I was speaking all this negativity over my life in the past and it manifested and, you know, it caused trauma for me or it caused setbacks for me. And it's okay. You know, God can definitely recover any lost time. But I'm seeing someone, this could be you, this could be someone you know, where this person is like, oh my gosh, like if I just would have been more optimistic or more positive or more hopeful, things could have gone differently for me. King of Swords, the Sun, I'm telling you, someone thought that they were being like realistic by being like, it's not gonna work out, or, you know, things are bad, you know. No, don't do that. You've definitely changed someone's perspective if this is you as well too. If you've like gotten really good at like manifesting good things or manifesting good outcomes, I feel like someone in your life or maybe multiple people in your life are starting to adopt this and they're like, oh my gosh, they were right. Someone could be getting more blessings. Someone could be getting more opportunities. Things could be turning out better for someone. And they're starting to notice the correlation between raising their vibration and their reality also improving. Well, I mean, that's good, but I see this person kind of freaking out because this person could have had a really hard time in the past and they could have just thought like, gosh, why me? Am I cursed? Woe is me. And like, you know, sometimes that does come into play, but a lot of times you can break bad energy just by, you know, overpowering it with your good energy. Now, once again, sometimes life will hit you with a curveball that has nothing to do with your manifestations. It's just part of your journey. But a lot of times we really can kind of maneuver and improve the circumstances in our life just by, you know, saying good things about ourselves, saying good things about our life. Even if you don't fully believe it or see it yet, do it anyway and watch how it changes. But I'm seeing that there's someone who has, and they're like, why didn't I do this sooner? Because one thing I will say is this too, I feel like sometimes if people get stuck in a cycle of negativity and then they have negative circumstances and life is negative, and then they start to believe that life will always be negative, and it keeps you in a loop, it keeps you in the cycle. So the best way that you can break out of that cycle is just changing your vibration first. If you can't change anything else, you know, can't change your job, can't change your circumstances, can't change your past, just change the way that you speak. Just change the things that you say about yourself or your life and watch how it transforms things. 8 of Wands. The cards are backing me up, y'all. 8 of Wands. If you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like you've got tons of bad karma, if you feel like, you know, everything has been tough and nothing is going right, just say something different. Just when you're by yourself, in your car, in your room, on a walk. Walking is great too, by the way. I encourage everybody to get out there and get active. But with the 8 of Wands, just say, everything's going to work out. Everything's going to be better. I'm going to have everything that I need. God's going to provide everything that I need. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to have all the resources I need. I'm going to have good friendships. I have good connections. People love me. I love people. Life is good. Just say those words. Just say it and see what happens. It might take a little time. It might take a little bit of time for that energetic bubble to change, but just try it. Just start. Make it a habit. I think you have, or I think you're going to start, and I think people in your life have too. And it's like once you realize like, oh my gosh, actually the words that I say have a profound impact, and especially the words that you write down have a profound impact on your life, it can feel a little bit like, gosh, man, you know, did I set myself up in the past? But it can also feel very exciting and empowering. And if you feel like, gosh, you know, I wasted time or something, no, God will make up for it. God will cram so many great experiences in a short amount of time. And at a certain point, you'll be grateful for the past because it will have gotten you here. And especially if you're listening to this and you're like, you know what, this is a change I want to make. I haven't been speaking good things over myself or my life. You're here because of those bad things that happen in your life. If you hadn't gone through those experiences, you probably wouldn't have come to my channel. So think of it that way. It was part of the journey. It got you here. And there's a lot of people who will never master this. There's a lot of people who will never learn the power of good energy. And I know that seems very woo-woo, but I've seen it manifest very tangibly in life. And I think you have, or you will. So congratulations. All you have to do is say it. It's free. It's easy. You can do it in bed before you go to sleep or when you first wake up in the morning. Crack open your Bible if you ever need any guidance. Usually that's a great way to kind of have God speak to anything that you're going through. But that's what I have for you. I do hope that resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. Very interesting kind of energetic karmic reading here, but some really, really good stuff that I think will be very helpful. that's what I have for you. So I do hope this resonated. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, details on how to do that are down below. But thank you so much once again. Until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you.